Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Well, welcome everyone. My name is Ken Tate. I'm the Director of Engagement and External Relations for the Department of Computer Science. On behalf of NC State University, College of Engineering, the Department of Computer Science, and all our faculty and staff, I want to take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you to this, our Fall 2022 Computer Science Diploma Ceremony. What a difference 24 hours can make, right? If any of you were around Raleigh yesterday, what a miserable, cold day it is. And today is a wonderful, beautiful day for a graduation. So we're so glad for that, and we're so glad to have you with us today. Our graduates are anxiously awaiting their entry into the arena, and so they're just behind those doors. But before they come in, I've been asked to make a few brief yet important comments. First of all, tip of the hat to the Department of Athletics for allowing us to use this wonderful facility, right? What do you think? Yeah. If these walls could talk, right? Not only incredible sporting events have taken place here, but presidential visits and concerts and so many student events and activities. So many memories have been made in this building, and today we get the opportunity to make some new memories. We'd also like to thank the ePartners program and the NC State College of Engineering for their support, and the NC State Engineering Foundation. Without their support, we really wouldn't be able to do this today. So a very special thank you to our colleagues over in the Department of ECE. They're behind the scenes here today helping us with some of the automation and the technology and the streaming of today's ceremony worldwide. So I want to take this opportunity to welcome anybody from around the world that might be watching us today. Welcome to this ceremony here in Raleigh, North Carolina. And for those of you here in the audience, if you want to take this opportunity to text someone and remind them that it is being streamed live, now would be a great time. They can find the link on the Computer Science homepage. There's a news story about this event, and the link is embedded in that news story. Today's ceremony is also being recorded. It will be available on our YouTube channel within the next few weeks. So we realize this is a very, very special day for everybody involved, but particularly our students. And for most of them, this represents the pinnacle of their academic career. And for that reason, we really have done everything we possibly can to make this a very dignified and memorable event. But you play a very important role in this also. So these next few comments are pointed at that. Now would be a great time to silence or turn off the cell phones or anything that you might have that could serve as a distraction throughout the ceremony. And second, everybody's got a camera, everybody's got a video camera in their pocket now, and that's fantastic. Feel free to take all the pictures and videos that you want, but I also want to remind you that we have a professional photographer here, a couple of them, and they're going to be taking some wonderful shots as your graduates cross the stage. You'll be getting some information in the mail. So it's absolutely no obligation, but we think that you will appreciate the quality of the photos. And unless you have some sort of an emergency, we would like to ask everybody to stay seated during the entire ceremony. This allows everybody, whether your student's name is an A or a Z, to keep those sight lines open and they can enjoy today's ceremony. Finally, after the ceremony is over today, our marshals will be leading all of our faculty and staff and all the students out through the lobby, and you can meet up with your student outside in front of Reynolds Coliseum. We ask that you do that mainly because we're using this Coliseum throughout the day for multiple graduations, and so we have to clear it out for the next one. With those thoughts in mind, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends and faculty and staff, I would like to ask everyone to stand as we honor our Fall 2022 graduates as they enter the arena. Thank you.
Please go ahead and be seated. Good afternoon. What a great crowd. And I like the cheering sections up there. Let's hear more of that. You bet. So welcome to the December 2022 Diploma Ceremony for the NC State Computer Science Department. I'm Greg Rothermel, I'm the head of the department, and I'm delighted that we can all gather here to celebrate the achievement of your loved ones and these graduates. Graduates, you've come a long way to get to this day. You've all worked hard, you've all faced challenges. You've all endured a closed campus and online classes and all of the uncertainties around returning to classes that we all faced. But you've all persevered, and all of you have made it to today. Congratulations. We're all here to celebrate this, and you should too. We all hope you'll go forward from today and find a job and a career that you love and find fulfilling. And we hope you'll use that opportunity to make a positive impact in the world and on the other people you encounter along the way. We'll all be rooting for you. Before I introduce our graduation speaker, I'd like to thank some people. First, I'd like to thank the faculty who devoted their time and their knowledge for these students. Our faculty work very hard with an absolute passion for the students' success, and this extends in a very special way to the PhD students that they mentor. Faculty, would you please stand? And everyone, would you join me in thanking the faculty? Second, it's the staff of this department who keep it running every day. That staff is led by Mrs. Linda Honeycutt, and they show their dedication to the students in many ways all throughout the year, and I want to thank them for everything that they do, including organizing this event. The staff can be a little bit shy, but go ahead, please stand. And everyone thank the staff. And I'd like to thank the students who volunteered to be marshals during this ceremony. These are our student ambassadors, and they do a great job representing our department. The student ambassadors who are here, would you please stand? Thank you for your efforts today and throughout. I'd like to join Ken Tate in thanking the sponsors of this ceremony, the NC State Engineering Foundation, and all the members of the Computer Science ePartners program. As Ken told you, he's our Director of Corporate and External Relations. He leads our ePartners program and does an amazing job. If there are any representatives of our ePartners there, I would ask you to stand along with Ken and thank them. And now, friends and families of the graduates. Today would not be possible without your personal, emotional, and financial support of these graduates through all the ups and downs and all the stresses they faced. You were there to listen to them and to believe in them, and now you're here to celebrate with them. And so, something a little unusual, friends and families, would you please stand for a minute? I want all the graduates particularly to thank the friends and family who've supported them through this. Thank you. Finally, graduates, I want to thank all of you. Your friends and family, our faculty and staff are all very proud of you. Helping you and supporting you is part of how we have chosen to make a difference in this world, and we're very grateful to all of you for allowing us to do that. We'll be cheering you on as you move on to the next steps in your lives. Graduates, it's your turn to stand. Everyone, please join me in congratulating these amazing graduates. Now it's my honor to introduce our guest speaker, Lance Berberian. Lance Berberian is the Executive Vice President and Chief Information and Technology Officer for LabCorp. Prior to joining LabCorp, he served as the Chief Information Officer at IDEX Laboratories, a global leader in diagnostics and IT solutions for animal health and food and water quality. Lance has also held positions as Chief Information Officer and President of Kellstrom Defense Aerospace Incorporated, and he has held a position as the Chief Information Officer of Interim Healthcare Incorporated. Lance currently serves as a chair of the Strategic Advisory Board for our department. He's also an advisory board member for UNC Greensboro's Master of Science in Informatics, as well as the Carolina Health Informatics program at UNC Chapel Hill. He also serves on the Board of Trustees for Elon University. Lance holds a BS in both Business Administration and IT from Thomas Edison State College. Please join me in welcoming Lance.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here to speak with you. Although my background was covered, I would just take a minute to share what I'm responsible for, because it may give me a little credibility when I say a few things later in my presentation. So in LabCorp, which has 80,000 global employees and generates $16 billion of revenue a year, and they do that by providing diagnostic testing to patients that help to guide their health care. And we do it because we work on clinical trials that bring therapeutic drugs to market globally. I lead a team of 5,000 people like you, technologists globally, 5,000 of them. They do everything from computer-related activities to design and build and do the mechanical, electrical, and software engineering for robots that we create, that we put in our laboratories to do high-volume activities. I also lead the data science and bioinformatics team. These are typically PhD-level data scientists who are looking for biomarkers that would inform the care of patients, affecting not only those patients but their families. You will have a fantastic career ahead of you. And you should be very proud of what you accomplished today. When I thought of this event, and when I was asked to speak at it, I thought to myself, a commencement speech. What is that? So I Googled commencement. What words are synonyms of commencement? I was shocked to see beginning, start, inception, launch. Wait a second. I thought this was the end of something. I thought it was the end of all of your hard work to get a degree. And yet it's not. You are not at the finish line. They are about to fire the starting pistol of a new race that is a new part of your life. And then I thought about it. How did I feel when I was in your position? I had to think pretty far back, because I have to tell you, on Christmas Day, I turned 60. That's 9 days from now. So clearly, I'm much closer towards the end of my career than I am towards the beginning. And I thought, you know what? There was a lot of excitement about the unknown. What is this working thing? Yeah, I had done some internships, that was fine, but now it was serious work. Now I had to get out there and actually do great at a job. It was exciting. However, I must admit, I had apprehension about the same. So yeah, woohoo, it's exciting, but oh my gosh, what am I in store for? Now the good news is I reflect back on my career and I think you will have an incredibly exciting experience going forward. Clearly, the excitement of my career far outweighed the need for apprehension. Having said this, there are a few things over my career that I learned, and I thought it might be helpful if I share them with you. There are 5 things I'm going to share with you. 5 things that I ask you to think about. And if you feel they resonate with you, use them. The first is let passion guide your career. Let passion guide your career. What I mean by that is you will make many decisions on which job to select, and when you're in that job, you will have many opportunities to say, I want to work on that project and I don't want to work on that project. Now, I can tell you, anybody who's passionate is working hard and it doesn't feel like hard work because you're doing something you love. You heard my career. You notice it was healthcare, 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 aviation, healthcare, healthcare, healthcare. Why did I leave the aviation company? It was a great company. It was a great job. We were responsible for getting airplane parts anywhere in the world to wherever the airplane needed it. Clearly not as exciting as affecting the health of people. It was a great company, great job. I wasn't passionate about it. I can feel a lot more passion when I think of people and their family members being diagnosed early for a disease and treated successfully with a drug that we might have brought to market to help that person and their family. I can get passionate about that. And I believe if you focus on your passion, you'll love your job so much more, and you will work hard at it, and it does not feel like hard work. Remember that people matter. People matter. Your coworkers will matter. Your manager will matter. Your family will matter. People will matter. They should matter in your life. Quick story. My first job as a chief information officer was actually at LabCorp's biggest competitor, a company called Quest Diagnostics. And I had just been promoted to the chief information officer of this multi-billion-dollar corporation. I was 34. And I was walking through the hallway, and I have to tell you, I was very depressed. I had to do something I didn't want to do. I had to fire somebody. And walking down the hallway towards me was the CEO of the company, and I'll tell you, I didn't even recognize he was there because I was so steeped in the thought of what I was going to have to do. And he stopped me. And he said, Lance, what's wrong? I've never seen you without a smile and laughing and happy, and you look very sad. And I said to him, I feel embarrassed to tell you this because you have tens of thousands of people working for you. But I have to terminate somebody today, and I didn't sleep a wink last night because I am just feeling horrible about it. And he looked at me and he said, Lance, on the day you don't lose a night of sleep, when you're affecting somebody like that, get out of management, because you should care about people. And I think about all of the partnerships that I've had in my career, friendships, partnerships, people who've helped me, people who I have helped, and it is so important that I ask you to think about how important is that coworker, manager, employee, customer, family member. Everyone's heard of IQ. For you to be sitting in a cap and gown out there, I already know you have high IQ. You couldn't have got into NC State for computer science, and you could not be graduating without a super high IQ. But I'm going to ask you to think about LQ, your learning quotient. Because everything you know right now will matter much less in technology 10 years from now. So you have to constantly be learning. You have to be a sponge. You have to learn, 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 never stop. Learn about technology, learn about leadership, learn about communication, but always be learning and growing in your job. This isn't the end of your education. It's an important way station along the path, but you need to continue to learn as you grow your career. And one great thing, as a strategic advisory board member at NC State, one of the things that I learned about the university is they teach you much more than technology. They teach you to learn. We talk about that at the meetings. So I know you can, just don't forget to do it. The fourth thing is a topic that you hear about a lot today, and I would like to turn it on its head a little bit. I would say personalize your work-life balance. Personalize your work-life balance. What I mean by that is not everybody wants the same work-life balance. Don't do what somebody else tells you to do. Do what you are excited to do. Because not only do you have a personal opinion of your work-life balance, but it might even change over time. At different points in your career, you may think about work-life balance differently. I will tell you, at IDEX Laboratories, the job that I was at before LabCorp, there was a very interesting story about a guy named Bob. He was one of our database administrators, and he was the best database administrator we had. And for many years, even before I had joined the company, every time the manager of the team would get promoted or move or take a different job, they would go to Bob and they would say, "Why aren't you the manager? Would you like to be the manager?" And he would say no. So sure, as you can imagine, while I'm there, we promote the manager of that department to some other job. And I say to my team, to my direct reports, "How about Bob?" And they said, "Lance, give it up. We've been there too many times. He's not going to want it." So I said, "I have to try." So I called Bob in. I said, "Bob, you know, your manager's getting promoted. What do you think about managing the team?" And he looked at me and said, "Absolutely, I'd like to do that." I was shocked. I immediately thought it was my charming personality. Not so. I said, "Bob, just for human interest, you've said no to this many times. What's making you say yes this time?" And he said, "Lance, my wife and I made a promise to each other that we would be at home every night for dinner with our children, and we would take them to their baseball games and football games, and we would spend our time with them. And it happens that my youngest child just graduated from college, and I no longer have that obligation, so my work-life balance requirement has changed so that I would love to do that job." So again, I say, it's unimportant what other people think as work-life balance. You may really want to work like crazy your whole life. You may want to work in a different balanced way, but don't have anybody impose it on you. You decide. Personalize it. The last one I'll cover is treat risk as an asset. Most people try to avoid all risk, but the reality of your career is if you accept a level of wise risk, don't put a patient's health at risk, don't do something that's going to harm people, but if you have to make a bet on yourself, sometimes it's wise to make that bet on yourself. When I left college, my first job was in the mid-1980s. I saw the expression of some of you, that's pretty funny. Mid-1980s, and I was a COBOL programmer on an IBM mainframe, which means dumb terminal, that green screen. So I had just started, and my boss came to me and he said, Lance, you're straight out of school. I just got something from the home office. I want you to set it up, learn about it, and show it to me. You wouldn't believe it. It was the original model of the IBM personal computer. So when it was invented, mid-1980s. So here I am, a software person. I'm like unboxing this thing. I'm screwing adapter cards into it. I have no clue what I'm doing. I unhook the coaxial cable off my terminal. I plug it into my PC, and I start writing programs and getting files off the mainframe and printing things, which you couldn't do on a mainframe. You print something on a mainframe, some guy with a cart comes 3 hours later and drops it off at your desk. I'm able to print on my printer. I loved it. So I go to my boss. I said, I got to show you this. I demonstrate it for him. He pats me on the shoulder. He says, come with me. He takes me up to the data center, huge glass room, big computers, and he says, Lance, those are computers. The thing you're playing with is a toy, and in 2 years, you'll never see another one of them. He declared the personal computer was dead. So I quit my job. I took a 50% cut in pay, and went off to work on a technology that nobody even knew anything about because I took a bet on myself. I would never be in the job I have today without taking that bet because I became an expert on the new stuff. PCs, local area networking, wide area networking, all of the stuff that the people who had been in IT and in computers for decades didn't know about. So I took a bet. I took a risk. And I encourage you, when you think it's wise time to do so, do the same. In closing, I would like to congratulate all of you for all of the accomplishments that you've made at NC State. You should all be very proud, and I know your families are. I heard them yelling. And please know, you did more than earn a computer science degree. You earned an NC State computer science degree. And I will tell you, as a person who has some credibility leading a team of 5,000 computer people, engineers, that means a lot to me and it means a lot to people like me. NC State is a fantastic institution to get your degree from in computer science, so congratulations. For those of you who have a holiday coming up, I wish you the best fun with your family and enjoy the holidays. For all of you, I wish you a fantastic career and a wonderful life. And thank you again for letting me spend some time with you.
Thanks again, Lance. We appreciate you joining us. Now let me introduce our Director of Undergraduate Advising, Barbara Adams, who will introduce our honor students.
Thank you, Dr. Rothermel. While all of our undergraduate students are awesome, some of them have completed certain programs that are of particular note. The Computer Science Honors Program. Recipients of the Bachelor of Science in Computer Science with honors have maintained a minimum grade point average of 3.5 while completing a challenging program of computer science undergraduate study, including an honors thesis with a supervising professor. These students are Claire Elise Davis, and you all can stand in that group and we'll just hold our applause to the end of the group. Claire, thank you so much. Oh, we can clap now, I don't care. Zachary M. Grossclose. And Keith Gopal Krishna. Jihao Lee. Neil Jayesh Patel. And Quentin Victor Seretsky. Thank you and congratulations. The Benjamin Franklin Scholars Program allows students to simultaneously pursue bachelor's degrees in both engineering and the humanities or social sciences. This program provides students with broad training and equips them with unique skills to solve complex problems. The students who completed the Ben Franklin Scholars Program are Samantha Paola Ferraro Alcererca and Quentin Victor Seretsky. The CyberCourse Scholarship for Service. The CyberCourse Scholarship for Service program is a 2-year scholarship that covers tuition, fees, supplies, and provides a stipend. Students are expected to complete cybersecurity-focused coursework. For each year of the scholarship, students must complete 1 year of employment in the federal, state, local, or tribal government agencies. The Scholarship for Service is funded by the National Science Foundation grant number 1946607. This scholarship has been completed by Amir Lawrence. The University Honors Program. In order to be recognized as a University Honors Program graduate, students must complete a minimum of 12 credits of honors seminars, a 6-credit capstone experience, and maintain a cumulative grade point average of 3.25 or higher. Students who completed this program in this semester are Carolyn Grace Gillison, and Nicole Elizabeth Worth. The University Scholars Program. The University Scholars Program encourages students to excel academically in their majors while receiving the Bachelor of Science degree. The program requires individuals to complete a minimum of 21 hours of honors coursework while maintaining a B average and graduating with an overall GPA of at least 3.25. The students who completed this program are Allison D. Church, Claire Elise Davis, Chirag Jagdish Gunjal, and Jishan Lee. Before we continue, I'd like to take a moment and go off program. Don't get nervous, Mr. Tate. At the beginning of the ceremony, if I recall correctly, Dr. Rothermel had us thank the faculty, the staff, our friends and families, and honor our graduates. But we didn't do one thing. We didn't thank Dr. Rothermel for his amazing leadership during these past very, very challenging 5 years. Thank you, Dr. Rothermel. And now it is my honor and privilege to introduce our Director of Graduate Programs, Dr. George Ruskus, who will begin the presentation of degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Adams. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Computer Science Fall 2022 graduation ceremony. I see a lot of happy faces here today, and that is not a coincidence because we have a record number of graduates, 189 receiving master's degrees and 20 receiving PhD degrees today. So this was an excellent semester. The campus came back to life again for the first time since before the pandemic, and I was able to teach my class in person again, and it was great to be able to interact with students rather than with the screen, right? I also got to know my students since we were in person, and I found out that 4 of them actually started a band this semester. That's exciting, right? You know what the name of their band is? It's 1023 MB. Yes, 1023 MB. This is something that only computer science will pick, right? So I saw these students, just after the final exam earlier this week, and I saw them a little bit concerned. So I said, is that because the final questions were hard? So the students go, no, not really. The final exam was just fine. It's just that we've been practicing so hard the whole semester as a band, but we never got to a gig. So with that, so this is only for computer scientists, so I'm sorry. So with that, I will now call each graduate student to receive his or her degree, and I apologize in advance if I mispronounce your name. And please hold your applause until all names have been called. So I will start with graduates earning the PhD degree, which is the highest degree offered in computer science. As I call each graduate's name, I will also announce the title of the dissertation and the name of their advisor. The graduate will remain on stage for the traditional hooding ceremony, which represents the conferral of the degree. Jing Eo, the title of her dissertation was Temporal Knowledge Graphs, Integration, Squaring, and Analytics, supervised by Dr. Rada Chirkova. Gina Bai, her research was on improving student testing practices through a lightweight checklist intervention, and her advisor was Dr. Katie Stolley. William Brocklesby. The title of his dissertation was Hybrid SDN Campus Architectures for Agility and Enhanced Cybersecurity, supervised by Dr. Rudra Datta. Dr. Alexander Cards, he completed his dissertation on scaffolding player experience-centered game design and novice programmer, advised by Dr. Chris Martens. Dr. Cards has joined our department as a teaching assistant professor. Samuel Christie V, his dissertation was on information-based decentralized systems, advised by Dr. Muninder Singh. Kirk Gardner. He worked on verified topological data analysis and a theory of sub-barcodes. His advisor was Dr. Donald Seehey. Dr. Adam Gagueda. His research was on encouraging student practice using nudge theory recommendations during study and struggle. His advisor was Dr. Colin Lynch. Dr. Gagueda has also joined our department as a teaching assistant professor. Eric Horton. The title of his dissertation was Automatic Inference of Computing Environments. His advisor was Dr. Christopher Parnin. Yeo-Jin Kim. Her dissertation was on time-aware deep reinforcement learning with multitemporal abstraction. Her advisor was Dr. Min Chi. Bolun Lee. He worked on identifying performance inefficiencies via object-centric profiling for Java programs running on JVM and Android runtime. He was advised by Dr. Su Liu. Zifan Nan. His research was on code synthesis based on natural language processing. He was advised by Dr. Sipeng Sen. Kyujing Park. Her work was on automated detection of disruptive talk in collaborative game-based learning environments. She was supervised by Drs. James Lester and Bradford Mort, who will be represented by Dr. Min Chi. Colin Potts. His research was in interactive data analysis for experts, tools, techniques, and assessments, advised by Dr. Arnav Challa. Kai Pressler-Marshall. His dissertation was supporting computer science education through automation and surveys. His advisors were Drs. Katie Stolley and Sarah Heckman. Nishal Shrestha. His dissertation was on supporting just-in-time learning for data science programming. His advisor was Dr. Christopher Parnin. Hyun-Woo Son. His research was on temporal, robust, and informative data augmentation for disease progression modeling. His advisor was Dr. Min Chi. Kenneth Tran. He researched deep structural learning for fusion in remote sensing applications. His advisor was Dr. Hamid Krim. Tianpei Xia. His dissertation was assessing the health status of open source software projects. His advisor was Dr. Timothy Menzies. Yi Kiao Su. His research was on analyzing and scaffolding semi-structured MOOC forums to support social learning and help seeking. His advisor was Dr. Colin Lynch. Si Yang. Her dissertation was on time-aware hierarchical EM energy-based subsequence learning for inducing offline decision-making policies with heterogeneous rewards. Her advisor was Dr. Min Chi. Guoqiang Zhang. His dissertation was on cross-boundary optimization of data analytics programs. His advisor was Dr. Sipen Sen. I will now call the names of master's graduates. The first group are those receiving the Master of Science with thesis degree. Wyatt Anderson, Isan Bhatt, Virgil Inglis, Silpa Kancharla, Zuoran Yu, Aishwarya Seth, Gurkirat Singh, the next group are those receiving the Master of Science non-thesis degree. Mark Abdelsihid, Nick Albergo, Brad Erickson, Nassif Imtiaz, Ali Nicole Limke, Reya Sabrina, Jennifer Welnitz. We have two graduates receiving the Master of Science in Computer Networking. Manvita Balachandra. Andrew Haberman. The last and largest group of graduates includes those who have earned the Master of Computer Science degree. Andrew Abeid, Niha Balram Agarwal, Rishabh Agarwal, Priyanka Subhas Ambagwan, Ilya Arakelian, Esita Arza, Sarthak Barbar, Sri Athithya Kruth Babu, Aditi Avinas Bhagwat, Rahul Bandari Sevagur, Hiral Rajendra Banusalu, Harini Bharata, Sravanth Reddy Bomana, Simran Bosamiya, Suniha Bose, Animes Sasikant Bodh, Griffin Brookshire, Ivan Brown, Alex Keruth, Vishnu Chala, Sao Yo Chao, Jianlin Chen, Indu Chanchala, Boni Chatrala, Vamsi Chidara, Hannah Chipman, Raviteja Chirumamila, V.S. Radhakrishnan Soleil, Henry Rib Crane, Drew Cummins, Rusikets Diodar, Vinay Dexmuth, Kaustubh Anil Deshpande, Suraj Mallikarjuna Dibatha, Prithvish Rakesh Doshi, Sanoli Dasa, Gabriel Francis, Kiran Ganesh, Kevin Gao, Anjali Garg, Anumit Garg, Alvit Garg, Rahul Gautam, Lakshmi Swetha Gavini, Yas Narayan Gatole, Atharva Mukund Gol, Smerithi Govindhan, Anmolika Goyal, Isa Gupta, Haris Hasti, Sunithi Hegdi, Angela Ho, Guan Yu Hao, Subhanki Jain, Bhargav Haris Kumar Chetwal, Alas Jam, Ruben Manapali Varghese John, Raul Kalita, Saikosi Kalyanaraman, Venkata Gana Vardani Kanamarlapudi, Ayan Kapoor, Dasmeet Kaur, Anusi Viral Keswani, Asa Lekrats Khatri, Tommy William King, Duke Knudsen, Kalgi Anand Kotak, Niha Kocherlakota, Stephen Kubik, Asrita Kuchibotla, Ben Leiko, Nivedita Nimarlchan Lodha, Anmol Lunavat, Sniha Madla, Shruti Satis Magai, Saloni Mahatma, Venkata Saiteza Malapati, Chandrahas Reddy Mandapati, Subham Mankar, Kaivan Atul Kumar Mehta, Parimal Rohan Mehta, Akhil Kumar Menkani, Sraddha Misra, Shreyas Omnarayan Mohata, Kratika Motwani, Tanya Motwani, Lalitha Madhavi Mulakuluri, Samson Reddy Mulkur, Ramya Sai Mulapudi, Sika Vasant Nair, Aswini Yumes Nayak, Dai Van Nguyen, Tharun Pala, Santanu Pandey, Sayali Parab, Kunal Raghunath Patange, Ansul Navibai Patel, Chaitanya Patel, Darshan Manharbai Patel, Jaydeep Patel, Parth Vijay Kumar Patel, Senay Patel, Atharva Rajendra Patil, Nikhil Prasant Patil, Yugali Vijay Patil, Naomi Patrick, Stuart Owen Pelletier, Mukunda Varma Pericharla, Vinay Kumar Reddy Perola, Robin Piao, Smayana Pidugu, Wyatt Plaga, Neil Gautam Prabhu, Siya Purnanand Prabhumani, Shreyans Avindbhai Pajapati, Saswat Priyadarsan, Aishwarya Ramachandran, Rahul Ramakrishnan, Sri Rahil Hites Sarvaya, Slok Dharmendra Sayani, Lydia Elizabeth Spitiakov, Ashok Kumar Selvam, Lian Serrao, Neil Shah, Nisarg Silas Shah, Rachit Sharma, Vishal Sharma, Manish Sanjay Sinde, Shivani Shivaji Sinde, Shivani Sirolkar, Sriram Sorey, Neyman Srimali, Venkata Pranav Singaraju, Kailas Singaravalu, Ankit Singh, Subender Singh, Sakshi Singhai, Ekan Singhal, Prakruti Somasekarapa, Sriram Sudarsan, Pritesh Surana, Papiraju Vamsi Tadikonda, Chinmay Vijay Terse, Het Nalin Thakar, Saksam Thakur, Sujit Tuma, Hardik Vikramlin Sudesi, Ashwin Shankar Yumasankar, Sunil Dattatraya Upare, Sai Karthik Vanderbu, Pratyush Ajay Vaidya, Vamsi Varada. Vishal Vera Reddy. Varun Kumar Veginati. Bruno Volpato da Cunha. Mukund Vora. Subham Gwage. Salmali Sunil Wandekar. Anil Kumar Yala. Nisitha Iza. So please join me in congratulating all the graduates. Dr. Sarah Heckman, Director of Undergraduate Programs, will now call the names of bachelor's degree recipients.
Thank you, Dr. Ruskis. The Bachelor of Science degree in Computer Science is conferred upon students who have successfully completed a program of study, including both general coursework in the humanities, social sciences, mathematics, and physical sciences, as well as specialized courses in computer science. They have worked hard, both at their academic studies and at a variety of co-ops, research opportunities, internships, part-time and full-time jobs. Our students have employment opportunities at Fortune 500 companies, innovative startups, or are pursuing entrepreneurial ambitions. Other students are pursuing graduate studies at the master's or PhD level. We know that these accomplishments cannot happen without the support of family and friends, so thank you to all who have supported our students during their undergraduate journey. We are very proud of them and their accomplishments. The following students had their Bachelor of Science in Computer Science degrees conferred in June of 2022. Jacob Herwick. Kellen Bobby O'Daniel. Ahmed Salama. Saif Saled. Matthew Sahaki. Rupen Talwar. The following students had their Bachelor of Science in Computer Science degree conferred in July of 2022. Joseph Davidson. Weston Palmer Green. Soil Tiger Kim Shapiro. Dari Kandarp Pareka. Saru Sonathesh Nair. The following students are Fall 2022 candidates for the Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science. Brendan Miles Adams. Joseph Christian Anderson. Somit Biswas. Samuel Alexander Blythe. Rayvaneth Sai Boba. J. Joseph Boyk. Taha Salim Bukhari. Mohammed Bokaris. Gregory Alexander Bowen. Robert Ellis Bridges. Tyler Austin Broyles. Scott Christian Burnett. Robert William Casey. Danny Bao Chow. Yichin Chiun. Yunfei Chun. Yonsuk Choi. Allison D. Church. Daniel Joseph Cornell, Jr. Lillian Claire Cummings. Austin Ryan Doherty. Claire Elise Davis. Qian Ding. Kim Xuan Do. Michael William Donahue. Raj Dahatra. Cameron Stephen Dutra. Samantha Paola Ferrero Alciota. Mitchell Grayson Files. Jackson Hobart France. Ian Gilbert Charles Fright II. Timothy Maru Chajigi. Caroline Grace Gillison. Alexander Green. Zachary Michael Grossclose. Andreas John Goodmanson. Ji-hee Han. Zachary Michael Harris. Ryan William Hess. Shruti A. Jadhav. Chirag Jagdish Gunjal. Subhashni Kathy Rayson. Hadi Kanawati. Randy He Key. Ankith Gopal Krishna. Vishnu V. Kumar. Amir Lawrence. Mikito Tonami Lueng. Jijin Lee. Yi-Ben Lee. Ji-Hao Lee. Micah Thomas McLean. Kyle Lawrence Roberto Monahan. Kristen Marquise. Olivia Glenn Martin. Sean Daniel McCone. Benjamin Franklin Morris III. Yoshitha Lakshmi Manthan Krishnan. Austin Drake Nassen. Kaylee Savannah Naylor. Matthew Kang Nguyen. Lawrence Patrick O'Brien II. Rishi R. Panthy. Neil Jayesh Patel. Parikshit Patel. Nishant Yogesh Prasad. Vinayak Ravichandran. Matthew Stephen Repligal. Amanda Brooke Richardson. Victoria Salerno. Marcus Patrick Shaner. Caleb Joseph Sharp. Junyao Xian. Matthew Charles Shorb. Quentin Victor Seretsky. Joel Smith. Henry Jason Sneed. Zachary Lloyd Snowden. Keshav Sridhar. Rohan Snunija. Dev Nilesh Sutarya. Justin Jen Takamiya. Alexis Renee Tate. Benjamin Mast Taylor. Carter Stevenson Tunis. Jediah Vandeveld. Dealey Ram Wagley. Griffin Wheeler. Nicole Elizabeth Worth. Dongming Wu. Wen Jae Young. Ro Ji Young. Prabhav Yara. Wen Jae Young. I would like to welcome our graduates and candidates for graduation to the ranks of CSC alumni. Please join me in congratulating our summer 2022 graduates and our fall 2022 candidates for graduation.
Thank you, Sarah. This brings us to the end of this December 2022 diploma ceremony. On behalf of the Department of Computer Science, thanks again to everyone for participating, and congratulations again to all of our students, and congratulations to all of our family members and friends. And take care, everyone.